Now, let's say I wasn't so stupid. Let's say I took the interview. I would have gotten the job. And I would have gotten the job, and I would have gotten options for 10% of Yahoo. I would have gotten such a high percentage because I would have been the first adult at Yahoo. So the way it works is you get 10% of Yahoo, and you get it vesting to you over 48 months. So you get 1/48 of 10% over 48 months. So let's say that 2 years into the 4-year vesting period, I reached the height of my incompetence. I can no longer perform well according to the board of directors as the CEO of Yahoo. So they have this emergency board meeting. And they tell me, Guy, we need someone who can take Yahoo to the next level. Someone who can go and stand and negotiate with Steve Case, Steve Ballmer, Bill Gates, Rupert Murdoch, Barry Diller, all the moguls of media around the world. You're not that person, Guy, so we need to replace you. Now, I don't know how it works here, but in America, all I had to say to this firing of me would be, you know, you don't understand something. I am Japanese American. In America, I am considered an oppressed minority. Japanese Americans are still upset about World War II because in World War II, America was fighting the Germans, the Italians, and the Japanese. They hardly put any Italian Americans into internment camps. They hardly put any German Americans into internment camps. But they put all the Japanese in there. So we're still upset about that. And then the United States dropped 2 nuclear weapons on Japan. So, you know, I'm beginning to see a trend here, right? First you put all of my people in camps. Then you bomb us with atomic weapons. And now you're firing me today. This is 3 points on a line. This is determining a trend here. So if you do this, if you fire me today, tomorrow morning, there will be a wrongful termination lawsuit on your desk. And turn your TV on at noon because live from the front of Yahoo's headquarters in Sunnyvale, California, Al Jazeera will be showing little, old, crippled Japanese ladies protesting that I was fired. And they would have said, time out, Guy. Remain calm. What would it take for you to go away quietly? And I would have said, why don't you just accelerate my vesting? I'm halfway there. You've already budgeted the stock options. Just give me all 4 years, even though I've only been here 2 years. And you know what? They would have said, okay. So by my calculation, this response to the question of, would you like to interview for the CEO position of Yahoo, cost me $2 billion. Now, I realize where I am. $2 billion is not that much money to you, okay? But to most people, $2 billion here, $2 billion there, it adds up to real money. So I've been thinking about this decision, this bozosity, for 15 years, 6 weeks, 7 days, and now 45 minutes. You tend to obsess about these kinds of decisions. And I've come to this conclusion. For the sake of my wife to be there as my 4 children were growing up, I made the right decision. I picked my family over making money. Yeah, I like that. When I tell this story in Silicon Valley, nobody ever claps. I don't know why. You have better family values here. So, I'll tell you what though. I believe for the love of my wife, to be there as my 4 children were growing up, that explains $1 billion. From the bottom of my heart, I tell you, it's the $2 billion that really upsets me. Because the $2 billion shows that I too was a bozo. I could not understand that the internet was different than the personal computer curve. I thought Yahoo and the internet was just an extension of what was coming to the Macintosh through a modem cable. And when you looked at Yahoo, it was nothing more than a collection of some people's favorite websites. I didn't see how it could be a defensible business model that could be monetized. I was a bozo. I was a successful bozo. People would have listened to my advice. The message here is, don't let the bozos grind you down. And this is my last slide. Oops. This is my last slide. And I have to tell you a few things here. I'm going to also be working with the entrepreneurs today, and you'll be getting a copy of my latest book. It's called Enchantment, where I explain how to be enchanting. And so I need to explain a few things. First of all, when you get this book, I'll be happy to autograph it for you. I sign the outside of the cover. I do this for several reasons. One is it's much faster to sign the outside. Second reason is that, the whole purpose of getting a book autograph is to show off that you met the author. So why would you have the signature on the inside? You should have it on the cover, on the outside. And finally, this enables me to mail people covers instead of whole books when they want an autographed version. And I also need to tell you that you can't see it because of the light here, but I will sign your book, Resisting You is Futile. In other words, you are irresistible. And I need to explain this because in my previous book, The Art of the Start, which my colleague George White from CMU, who's arguably the person who helped me get here, many of you have read Art of the Start. And I used to sign that book, Kick Butt. And then one day a lady came up to me and said, Guy, why did you sign my book, Nice Butt? And so I feel I need to explain my writing. It says, Resisting You is Futile. I'll tell you another funny story. So I told this story about nice butt versus kick butt. Can I say that in this country? I hope so. Yeah? It's okay? I won't be stopped? Okay. So about a week ago, I told this story. And during the signing afterwards, a woman came up to me with the book she had bought, Enchantment. And she said, Guy, would you sign my book, Adequate Butt? And so I really try to explain what I say here. So the key to innovation, just to sum up, is, first of all, you want to make meaning. You have to want to make meaning. You want to have to make the world a better place. Make people more creative, more productive. Give them peace of mind. Think of Apple, creative and productive. That's the kind of meaning you want to make. The next thing you need to do is have the right perspective. It's not about doing things that are 10% better. You need to do things 10 times better. Jump curves. Imagine if you were the most successful ice factory entrepreneur and someone showed you a refrigerator. Would you have said, yes, I'm going to get out of the ice factory business and I'm going to get into the refrigerator business because it is 10 times better? You need to think like that. Get to the next curve. The entrepreneurs in this audience, I need to give you a little tip about perspective. Don't just think about you want to do the Qatar version of, by the way, I still don't know how to exactly pronounce your country. I've asked like 10 people how to say it, and I've got 12 different answers. So if I said that wrong, forgive me, okay? So what you want to do as an entrepreneur is not simply make the Qatar version of eBay or the Qatar version of YouTube or the Qatar version of anything America. What you want is you want to make a product or service so great, so innovative, so dicey that people in Silicon Valley want to copy you, as opposed to you are simply trying to create a local version of what someone in Silicon Valley or anywhere else in the world has done. You need to change your perspective. The test should be people want to copy you, not that you have copied somebody else more quickly than anybody else in the country. That's the test. Jump curves. Don't worry, be happy. It doesn't have to be perfect at step one. Don't worry, be happy. But you have to churn, baby, churn. You have to fix it. It has to go from 1.0 to 2.0 to 3.0. Remember, the holy grail of marketing in that upper right-hand corner is your product unique and is it valuable? That's the holy grail of marketing and innovation. Remember, your PowerPoint pitches, when you try to get capital, when you make a sale, when you try to create a partnership, 10 slides, 20 minutes, 30-point font. But I could tell you that the most important lesson I could leave you with is don't let the bozos grind you down. I wish I could tell you that when bozos trying to grind you down, when they tell you it can't be done and it shouldn't be done and it isn't necessary, I wish I could tell you whenever people tell you that, it means you'll succeed. It's not that simple. But if you listen to people when they tell you it can't be done, it shouldn't be done, and it isn't necessary, if you listen to them and never try, you will never know. And then you will truly have failed. And that is the art of innovation. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.